All right, team. We're ready to put our wings on and finish assembling our plane. All right. To get your wings on, this part, we are going to use a special glue, not your traditional wood glue. We're going to use a quick curing glue called CA glue, also known as super glue. So when we work with the super glue here, oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table like crazy. When we're working with super glue, this stuff is 5 to 10 second cure. That's if you're using the appropriate amount. I'm gonna help you with that some. So let's get gluing up and show you how to do this here. All right, so first and foremost, we wanna pick where we want our wings. We want them to split the if our propeller's properly weighted and everything, we've already gone through, our propeller is going to slide on this end here. And we kind of want to just eyeball this and get it right about in the middle, okay? So I'm going to grab a pencil for a mark. Sorry, it took me a second. So I'm gonna grab a pencil right here and I'm just gonna give myself my mark of where I want this, okay? And that's my kind of landing spot. See what I did there, landing spot for my wings. So I'm gonna get my wings on here and I'm gonna secure them down. This part is a part to go slow but fast. Take your time, but don't take too much time. All right, I'm working over my cardboard. Do not glue your fingers together, right? And we are just going to put a very thin bead of glue down right here. I will help you with this glue. All right, so my time has started. Now I don't need to freak out and rush, right? I want to make sure this is pointing forward. I'm going to find my mark and I'm going to get my wings right here. And I just want to hold that on here for a little while, making sure I got some time to kind of move this around from the top, making sure everything is nice and flush and my wings are straight. Right now I'm looking at everything. All right, once I get it here, I'm gonna just hold this on the side of the table, just like this. And I'm gonna let everything kind of solidify where it's nice and solid. Let that harden up. All right, and now my wings are properly attached. Okay, next, I'm ready to install my propeller. Slide that on. Now on the back here, I need to install my peg. You can grab one of these pegs here. I'm going to install it at an angle going back, right? So it's going to look something like that, going backwards. For this part right here, I'm going to be using, again, some of this CA glue. So I'm going to get it right there where I need it. And I'm going to glue that part down and let that harden up. Now, this part's important. Do not get this on your fingers, okay, as you're holding it here. I'm not gluing my finger to my plane. I'm not, going crazy. I'm letting everything kind of hold on to there, solidify, harden, and at this point in time, I'm just gonna put my plane on the edge of the table, let everything sit for a couple of minutes and harden up so it's ready to go. While it's doing that, right, I can take my rubber band and start threading it through this front loop, okay? And I'm gonna be tying a knot, just a simple overhand knot, and on my plane. So I'm gonna just have an idea where that knot is, right there. Tighten that knot down. Sometimes you can play with the length of this, right? Sometimes you're able to get a little bit more flight time out of it by lengthening it, all right? So that's gonna be about right. I like mine not to be too loose. I like it to be nice and taut, all right? Everything here, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for that to harden. So it's, because this is a pretty important piece on there. You might want to let it harden up, but once that is hard, I can stretch this beyond here and put some tension on there. We'll see that for this demonstration purposes, right? Should hold. And right there is going to be my completed plane, right? So I'm able to spin my rubber band here, and then as I let go, it's going to power that rubber band. I'm not going to put too much tension on, because as I spin that rubber band, it's going to start pulling on this, and I want to make sure that has a really good chance to dry first. So when I store my plane in my locker, I want to make sure this rubber band is also taken off. If I store it with that on there, it's going to create enough tension, and it's going to bend my balsa wood and have a bow in my plane. So when I come back the next day, I've seen planes that have a nice curve to it that you don't necessarily want. So once I'm at this point, I'm ready to go. My plane is ready to store. You can grab a Sharpie, put your name on it here, but this is what your completed plane should look like, and it's ready to fly. We're not gonna fly them in the classroom, we'll go outside to do that. And that's your plane build. Rock and roll.